Hello everyone, my name is Thaisia. I'm an OT and I wanted to make this video about letter formation. I wish when I was a student I had seen something like this, so I came up with an interesting way to just kind of organize how we teach the letter formation based on those pre-writing skills. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you like it. This is made for teachers, OT students, OT practitioners. So let's get started. So, one thing to keep in mind when you're working with letter formation and handwriting is paying very close attention to the child's posture. How is the child's postural control? Is the child sitting comfortably? Is the child sitting in an awkward position? Um, Another thing is, what do you see? Is that child writing letters based on what they see? Did they just learn to draw the letter? Did they just get used to seeing how the letter looks like and now they're going to try to copy that? So that's why I came up with this over here, just kind of following what makes sense based on the letter stages that they go through as they develop. So everything starts with the scribbles. When they're about 2 to 2 years old, 1 to 2, excuse me, and you give them a marker or a crayon and a piece of paper, they would just start making those big maths, and that big maths with just going all over the place. And that's very important because that's going to progress to the more mature uh, shapes and lines. So then when they're about 2 years old, they're going to do the vertical line and the horizontal line. When they're about 3, they can make a circle. And just keep in mind that in the beginning, what they do is just to imitate what the line, for example, and the circle. But at certain point, they should be able to copy the circle and make the circle and close the circle. So around 3 to 4, if you combine a vertical and a horizontal line, you're gonna get a cross. So 3 to 4 years old, they get to make a cross. When they're about 4, they start imitating, and at certain point they will mature and start copying the diagonal lines. So they start with the one with the right slant, and then they can make a square, and then they do the left slant. So diagonal lines around 4 years old. And then if you get two diagonal lines, they're going to cross, they're going to make what? An X. So that's going to happen when they're about to turn 5. So they're still 4, but very close to when they're about to turn 5. And then if you already learned the horizontal line and you get two vertical lines, you make a triangle. So that happens around 5 years old. Another thing to be aware of is every letter starts from the top, and that's a big deal for me here at home. I always tell my children, do not start anywhere you want. Everything starts from the top because we learn the vertical lines, and that's how we're gonna do on this video over here. So just stay with me. So when you're working with children, you want them to feel successful. You want to challenge them teaching something, but you also want them to feel proud of what they accomplished. So we start with the easy ones. And this is the reason why I organize this way, because it makes sense. So what do these letters have in common? All of them have the vertical lines and the horizontal lines. So as you see, L, F, E, H, T, I, they all have the same things, horizontal and vertical lines. And that's usually when they're around 2. What do these ones have in common? They all have the same pattern. They are like a circle. So if you make a C, it's like a half of a circle. So at 3 years old, they learn to make the circle. And those are the letters that are going to require the circle. C, O, G, Q. So what do these letters have in common? When I look at them, I see them as having a little bit of a bump. And a bump would be like a circle, but going to the right side. So the D, the B, the P, the U looks more like a wave. So it's very good to practice little activities that have those waves. But as you can see, we have vertical lines like on the J, the little circle, and the waves. So when you look at this one, what do you see? All of them kind of have the same pattern. They have the vertical lines, the diagonal lines. They have what they typically develop around 4 to 5 years old. So all those letters should be combined and taught around the same time because they all use the same little patterns, the vertical lines and diagonal lines. So we just went over all the uppercase letters and now we're moving on to the lowercase letters. But when you look at them, what do you see? They kind of all follow the same pattern. They all have a vertical line and a horizontal line. So we want the child to be successful. Why not start with the easy ones? And then they will progress to the ones that require a little bit more of a mature shape. So when you look at this one, what do you see? They also follow the same pattern. They all look like they have a big circle or half of a circle. And also they combine the vertical line. It's the first one that they learn. So a C, letter A, letter D, letter G, they kind of all start the same way. So once you learn all the vertical line ones, why not to move on to something that has the same repetitive shape? So what do you see when you look at those letters? When I look at them, I see that they share the same kind of little bump shape. It would be the same hand movement of making a circle. So they kind of share the same pattern, a little bit of a wavy shape. So I would also combine those and work with them doing activities for them to get used to that same movement, learning those letters. So what do you see when you look at these letters? I see they all follow the same pattern. They all use the diagonal lines. The W, the Y, the X, the V, they all have the same lines, the diagonal lines, which is very interesting. So I would just combine them and work with them together. Well, we're pretty much done with all the letters. And whenever you're using this video, feel free to use any part of the video, go back, go forward, just do the letters because now we're moving on to the good part. L, it's a line down, over, line down, over to the right, vertical line, horizontal line. Line down, line to the right, another line to the right. So vertical line, horizontal line, horizontal line. And from now on, I'm just going to go line down, over to the right, over to the right. So it doesn't get as boring for the children. E, it's a line down, going all the way from the top. Then you have line to the right, over and over. 1, 2, 3. Letter E. This is letter H. Line down, another line down, and over. Line down, over. H. 1, 2, 3. Letter T. It's a line down, starts from the top, and a line over all the way up. Line down, over at the top. You put a little hat. Letter I. It starts from the top, line down, and then you have one line over at the top and line over at the bottom. You put a line down and a hat and the shoe. Over to the right, over. Letter C. We're going to make a little circle, but we're not going to close it. Make a little moon shape. Letter C. Almost a circle. Letter O. It's a big circle starting from the top all the way and close. Start from the top, make a big circle all around and close. Look at the G. It's going to be a big half a circle going all the way, line to the right, line down. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a circle, stop, line to the right, line down. Q. We're going to make a big circle starting from the top all the way, close, diagonal line. Again, we start from the top, make a big circle, diagonal line. S makes the sound S, just like a snake. You go up, around, making a big snake. S, you draw a little snake. D, it's a big line down and a big bump. Line down, starting from the top, and a big bump. B, line down, bump, bump. It's a big line down and a bump and another bump. P, line down, starting all the way from the top. At the top, line down, little bump. Line down, bump. P. U, line down, around, and up. Line down, around, and up. J, it's a line down and a line over at the top. Line down with a little curve at the end and line over to the right. R, it's a line down, bump, diagonal line. Starting from the top, line down, bump, diagonal line. A, diagonal line, over. So line, over. K, line down, diagonal line. Everything starts from the top. Line down, diagonal line. M, line down, diagonal line going down, going up, line down. We start at the top, line down, go back to the top, down, up, and down. N, so line down, go back all the way to the top, line down, go back to the top, down, and up. Down, diagonal line, down, up. starting at the top. V, diagonal line going down and another one going up. Diagonal line going down and then you go up. W, line down, diagonal going up. You go down and then you go up. Again, diagonal line down, another one up, down, and up. X, two diagonal lines crossing. Diagonal line going down, diagonal line going down. Everything starts at the top. Going down, going down. X. Y, diagonal line starting at the top and the big diagonal line going down. Diagonal line going down and a big one going down. Z, line over, diagonal line, horizontal line, over, diagonal line, over. Letter Z. Again, over, diagonal down, over to the right. Lowercase l, it's a line down. Starting at the top, line down. Line down, L. T, line down, over. Again, line down, over. I, line down, and a little dot on top of the line. Line down. You make a little circle and fill it up. J, line down with a little curve at the end and a little circle and you fill it up. Line down, little curve, little circle and fill it up. F, you're going to make a little curve starting at the top with a line down and over to the right. Little curve at the top going all the way down and then over. P, line down and then a little bump to the right. Line down, bump, and it starts at the top. C is our moon shape. We start at the top, go around like we're going to make a little circle. C starting at the top like we're going to make a little circle. Letter A is a little C with a line down. We learned the C. It's like a little circle starting at the top, go around, line down. D is for diapers. So D, it starts with a little C and then the line down. So D comes after C and then you have a line down. D starts with a C. It comes after the C with a line down. B starts with a line down, starting all the way from the top and then a belly. So B is for baby belly. Starts at the top and then you make a little belly. B, belly. G, it's like you have a C and a J. You make a big circle like you're making a C. And then you go line down a little curve. Starting from the top with a little C. And then you go line down with a curve. Q is like a little C again. And then a line down with a little check mark, a diagonal line. So you have a little C, like a circle, and a line down with a little bit of a check mark. O is a big circle. You start at the top and you go around to make a big circle and close. Big circle starting at the top, around, close. E, it's a line over, and then you make a little C. Line over to the right, then you go and make a little circle like a C. Line to the right, then you go around to make a little circle like a C. H is a line down, starting from the top all the way down. Then you go around like a little wave. You can go down and then don't move your pencil, just go up and down, round. Line down, go up and around down. N is a line down, and then you go around all the way down. So this one, you don't have to move your pencil again. Just line down, go up and around down. M. M starts with a line down, and then now don't move your pencil. Just go make a little wave going up, down, and up, down. So this one, you're making a little wave, a little bump. Line down, go up and down, up and down. M. R is going to start with a line down, and then I wouldn't move my pencil again. Just go up and around. Stop. Again, line down. Keep going up and around. R. U. It's a line down, a little bit of a curve, and then a line down. Line down with a little bit of a curve. Go up again, line down. Again, start at the top, line down with a little curve, up, line down. S is for snake, and you're just going to draw a little snake. A little curve to the left and to the right. Go all the way left and right. Make a little snake. W. It's a diagonal line going down, one going up, then it goes down, and then it goes up. Starts at the top with a diagonal line going down, another one going up, going down again, and up. W. Z. Over, diagonal down, over to the right. It's a little line to the right, diagonal going down and right. Again, starts at the top, right, diagonal down, right. K, it's a big line down, starting at the top with the diagonal going down and down again. Start at the top with the line down and then a diagonal down and down. Y, it's a diagonal line going down and a big diagonal line going down again. Diagonal down, diagonal down. Again, diagonal going down and a big diagonal going all the way down. X, two diagonal lines crossing. Diagonal going down and then you go all the way up and down. X, diagonal down and another diagonal down. V, it's a diagonal going down and then up. Diagonal going down and another diagonal going up. That's the letter V. Diagonal down and up. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you found this useful, and I also hope that you can use with your students in the classroom or for my OTs out there for you to use with your in the PEDS setting. So I do hope that if you find this useful, you can share with your friends, and hopefully whenever I come up with something useful again that I can share in English, it will be here. So thank you so much. Bye.